Yo, it's your boy Dre the Don, and man, I know this is hella late. This is so late right now, but I want to give my review. I don't really do reviews much, but I want to give my review on Kendrick Lamar's "To Pimp a Butterfly." Man, this was a highly anticipated album from everyone who's pretty much a big hip hop fan, and man, everybody knows Kendrick Lamar had 2012. He had my favorite album of 2012. Set Good Kid, Mad City, conceptual album, pretty much a story within an album, pretty much a movie within an album. And the year before that, 2011, he had my favorite album also, Section 80, which was just pretty much like a book, pretty much like a book, um, a book within an album. Very conceptual albums, both of those. His first and second album, both very conceptual, which a lot of people think this is his second album, but this is actually his third album. This is his second major label album, but I count it as his third album because Section 8 is a fucking album. I count that. So, um, man, the first singles to come off this album, the first single to come off this album was I think. And a lot of people are kind of iffy about I mean, I was even like kind of okay. I didn't think it was bad. Some people saying it was trash. I was like, come on, man. I think people's expectations was just so high for his single, which Good Kid, Mad City, his singles weren't really like amazing. Like Swimming Pool came out and people were like, okay, when he drops one song, because a lot of his songs fit better within the context of the album. And he dropped and I was like, okay. Then I think he dropped the Black of the Berry, and oh my god, that shit made everyone. And I'm actually eating right now. That shit made everyone just go crazy. The Black of the Berry, because that shit was hard hitting. It had a great message. Um, Man, that song was really like the beat, the message, and what was going on with a lot of a lot of black men are being killed by the police right now unjustly, and Kendrick was really talking about that. He was talking about a lot of the culture vultures in hip hop, a lot of the culture vultures in period in the world that take stuff from black people. He's talking about how our history was erased by slavery, by everything. He was just going through everything. And how he was saying how a lot of black people and a lot of you pro blacks on YouTube and on Twitter are fucking hypocrites because you go fucking. You're like niggas, it's gang members, literally gang members who are on Twitter. Man, that's fucked up, Trayvon. It's crazy, but they're actually going out the next day and killing black men themselves. And he was just talking about the how hypocrite, and that song just hit so fucking hard. It was so great to beat everything. Then the next one was King Kunta, I think, and that shit. I love King Kunta. I love King Kunta. Fucking amazing. Every time the first that beat and everything was good, and then I really had to listen to it and see what he was talking about. And I was like, whoa, I was blown away, and I'll get to that later. Um, and then he performed on Saturday Night Live, and he did a song I was iffy about. And his live performance of I was amazing. And I was like, whoa, I hope he somehow does, I hope he puts a live version of I on the album. And whoa, was I surprised what happened on the album. Now let's get to the album. It was supposed to come out, what was it, like March or something, and it ended up coming out a week early because Interscope fucked it up or something. Um, and man, it's hot in here, man. Let me turn the fucking the fan up, cause this is y'all with me, y'all with Dre the Don, yo. I don't edit shit. Y'all see everything. This is uncut, uncensored, uncircumcised fucking shit right here. Let me turn this fucking shit up. Okay, I'm back. And I'm so fucking hungry right now. I really professionally do not want to eat in front of you guys because that's so fucking unprofessional. But I'm so hungry right now. That's better right there. My words fucked up. I'm hungry, but I'm trying to do this review. Where was I? I was gonna talk about the album, the actual album. It goes. The first song is Wesley's Theory. Man, this shit was so different, and I ain't gonna lie. The first listen, I didn't know how I felt about it, and I was like, okay. Then it went into interlude. I think it was for free interlude. And it was a woman just talking about all the shit she wants. But I'm gonna talk like the real thing. The message in this interlude is that the woman is supposed to be the white man. The woman is supposed to be like the government, the white man, the established. Come on, buy me all this, buy this, buy this. And Kendrick comes in. This dick ain't free. I mean, he's just going to fuck off. Like, Kendrick Lamar is just so great. And he's not really saying this dick. This dick is a metaphor for his talent, for a black man's talent, for a black man's work, what he does, especially a rich black man. For Kendrick's talent, it's not free. You have to pay for this too. And that's what he sounds just like. Because at first I thought it was a thing on like how women want all this shit. And man, I don't know. I was stupid. But Kendrick Lamar is so like, oh man. And then it goes into, I think that's when it went into King Kunta after the interlude. And King Kunta is, in the metaphor in King Kunta is king, you're a black man, you're a king, all this shit, and Kunta, you're a slave. His metaphor, he's talking about a rich black man in America. He's talking about you're rich and you got all this shit and you doing all this shit. It's still uplifting black people, the words, the lyrics, because it's saying black man taking no losses, and that sentence just makes a black man feel so good. And we don't get that from many rappers. They don't make a black man feel so good. And I'm gonna chill with the conscious shit. But what was the next song? I think it was Institutionalized. Man, this was the one that fucking caught me. This was the one that fucking grabbed me when I did it. When I initially listened to it. And Snoop was sounding like fucking 94 Snoop on that shit. He was so smooth, man. I ain't gonna try to say what he said. I can't think because I'm hungry right now. But man, he killed that shit. Snoop on the hook was just so fucking good. Belial. I can't pronounce his fucking name. First time I heard of Belial was on Common's The Food album, with Kanye produced the whole thing. The Food album. What was that album called? He had a song called The Food. I love this Common album, but I can't think of it. Man, I love this Common. This is my favorite Common album. I cannot think of it. But it has the song The Food on it, and it has Go and Testify and the song Boom 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 in the Corner and all those songs. It's a classic album. But that's the first time I heard Belial on there, and he's with the Roots sometime too. Then, man, that song Institutionalized, I'm kind of trying to break the songs down a little bit. That song is kind of about Kendrick Lamar with his friends, and he doesn't know, he's conflicted. How, damn, do I change my friends? Because his friends, when he took his friends to the BET Awards, and when he takes his friends somewhere, they still have that mentality, that criminal mentality. They see all these rappers with chains and shit on, and all these chains and shit and jewelry, and they got all these clothes, Coogee and all that shit, and they want to rob him. They like, oh, that's a lick right there. I'm gonna rob this motherfucker. Like, he's conflicted. He's got to tell him, like, no, he's trying to flick, and that's the hook. Belial on the fucking hook. My grandmama Kendrick, my grandmama always saying his shit don't change unless you gotta wash your ass, nigga. That shit's hot. Love that song. The next song, These Walls, man. And this song, I thought it's the sexiest song on this album. Maybe the sexiest song Kendrick Lamar's ever done. This song is basically about, telling two stories. It's telling about Kendrick Lamar with this girl. It's telling two stories that intertwine into one. So it's telling three stories really. It's telling Kendrick Lamar's with this girl. He's just, and then we find out. And then it goes to a man locked up, and the walls are talking to him when he's in jail. And we find out that this guy, who Kendrick's talking about, is the guy who shot his homeboy in Sing About Me. And Kendrick Lamar, the girl Kendrick Lamar is talking about, he is that guy's baby mother. So Kendrick Lamar used his status as a famous rapper just to fuck his girl, just to get back at him for killing his cousin. I mean, for killing his homeboy. This dude, I cannot, I don't, I'm gonna say this at the end of the video. I'm just trying to say it. Then You is just the opposite. You, the next song is You. It's the opposite of I. Kendrick Lamar is just looking at all his flaws. And in this song, he actually reveals that his homeboy got killed, and he didn't even come see him in the hospital because he was on tour. And he FaceTimed him instead of actually going to see him in the hospital. And another story was Kendrick Lamar. Oh, this one really got to me because I remember one of my favorite songs on Section 8 was Keisha's song. And Kendrick Lamar was talking about how, you remember when he said at the end of Keisha's song, said, "Sit up when my little sister 11, something about pushed. The day I wrote this song, I set her down and pushed play." He's on this song. We find out that Kendrick Lamar's little sister got pregnant while he was off being a rapper and being successful and shit. His sister got pregnant despite him putting that fucking record on and telling her, "Look, this is the shit that can happen." She still got pregnant, and he blames himself for that. And this song is just it's the most heartbreaking song Kendrick's done since The Hard Part 2. Alright is just like, it's just that's the fuck, I haven't decoded it yet. I'm not just gonna say it's just a crunk song because I haven't decoded that song yet. It's just, to me, what I see right now, I haven't decoded this song yet. It's just the anthem. It makes you feel good as a black person, as a person, period. You just feel good. You crunk. You get to go get it popping. For Sale is basically the story that's been told so many times. Jay-Z's the evil. Snoop's murder was the case. The famous rappers the devil trying to get the rapper to sell his soul. Lucy's telling Kendrick all this shit. Lucifer is telling Kendrick all this shit. Hey, I can get you this, I can get you that, I can make you famous. You boring. And he realized to that boring, because a lot of people used to call Kendrick boring, and I like Drake and Big Sean and shit. And like Migos, I like Migos though. Fuck them, my niggas. But like all those rappers, they'll bring them up and say Kendrick's boring. He ain't like them. And he brought that up in the song, and I liked it. That Mama, I haven't decoded it yet. I believe it's kind of like getting away from all that and coming back home to Compton and getting away from all this stuff, but still having to, it goes back to institutionalized living, playing by the rules of the neighborhood. You can't do certain shit. Hood Politics, this is my shit. I love this song. The same thing. I haven't decoded these songs. Hood Politics, kind of like Mama to Me. You gotta play by the hood. He even compares the Crips and the Bloods to the Democrats and Republicans, which is greatness. How much the dollar costs, man. It's Kendrick Lamar basically. This song is amazing. This is actually Kendrick Lamar. A bum keeps asking Kendrick Lamar, a homeless person keeps asking him for some money, and Kendrick's like, "Oh, you crackhead, all this shit." And he actually finds out this guy was God, and now Kendrick's just doomed. And I'm still trying to decode this song. This song is fucking amazing. The beat is just so heavenly, and the beat, and it's the way it just. I can see Kendrick performing this song at the Grammys or something, or the BT Awards, or like some award show with a choir behind him. Ronald Isley at the end of this song is so fucking great. This man is a legend. Complexion. All I have to say about this song is fucking Rhapsody. Rhapsody is the best female rapper in the world right now. I got love for Jean Grey, but Rhapsody makes, to me, better music than Jean Grey. Jean Grey might be a better MC, but to me, Rhapsody makes better music. I know she might have the benefit of having Ninth Wonder, but to me, Rhapsody makes better music. This woman is amazing. She is one of the best MCs, period. Not just women. Rhapsody's one of the best MCs. She's the only female rapper ever that I can sit down and listen to her whole album. She's the only one ever that I can sit down and listen to her whole mixtape, her whole album, all this shit. She's talking about real shit. And more people need to know who Rhapsody is. This song is just talking about how people put down. I haven't decoded it all the way, but I'm getting that it's talking about it don't matter what color you are. People always put down dark skinned girls. And they think it's funny and shit to put down dark skinned girls. And even put down light skinned people and put down different colors just because you color. We all black. Come on, man. It's just like that. But Rhapsody's verses, the way the beat just changes and gives her own platform, her own stage. It's like the light just shines on her and shit. And Kendrick just lets her take it away and she just kills that shit. Black of the Berry, I already stated, amazing song. You Ain't Gotta Lie to Kick It. I love this song. It's Kendrick saying, look, you ain't gotta change who you are just to be around the homies. You ain't gotta change. You ain't gotta fall into peer pressure. Be yourself. You remember when I said, I hope they put like a live version or something. Kendrick fucking put a live version of I on this album. I love this song now. I is one of my favorite songs of this album now. I love this live version of I. Kendrick Lamar is a genius. Again, even if you would have put the other version, this song is better in the context of the album than it is just out. And it's better in live. When he's doing all the and just going, you can see the energy, and then he gives like a speech. I guess someone's getting fighting in the crowd or something at the end, and he's giving a speech like, hey man, we all black, all Kendrick's like, Kendrick's the fucking man. And I love the intro, the old dude, I think it's the same old dude from the I video. He's saying, the best rapper in the world. Like, oh my god, it gets you crunk up like a fight or something, man. Kendrick is, oh man. In the last track, man, fucking Mortal, man. Woo! I love this song. Kendrick Lamar, oh my god. Shit, when shit hits the fan, are you still a fan? Oh my god, man. This song is just so great. And then the beat stops. Kendrick's been doing a poem throughout the album. And he's been stopping. Doing a little more and stopping. He finally finishes the poem. And he asks a question. And guess who fucking answers the question? Fucking Tupac Amaru Shakur. Fucking Tupac. He got an interview. I don't know how he did it with it. I think he cut up an interview and kind of put his dialogue over it. Like Pac was answering the questions, man. It was amazing. And I guess it came from a saying that Pac said. And Pac, oh my god. It just, in the way the little background beat plays, man, Pac talking, man. Come on. It just gives you a feeling. Man, and then he, Pac, after he does another poem, tells Pac another poem or something. And then he said, what you think about that? Pac, and then Pac's gone. So, man, final thoughts about this album, man. This is one of the top 10 best albums I've ever heard in my life. I know I've had time to think about it, and I know it's gonna only take. I'm gonna have to really, like, as years pass, as months, weeks, months, all this shit passes. I'm gonna see how it feels. But right now, as I think, man, this is one of the best albums I've ever heard in my life. This is the best rap album of this decade so far. Period. Kendrick Lamar is the best rapper in the world right now. And I know people say, oh, you dick riding, and like Rosenberg is a dick rider, but Rosenberg is right to think that Kendrick Lamar is the best rapper in the world. No one else is conceptually putting songs together with that type of sound that can bring into something funky and bring in those different elements. He's the best. He's the best. He's one of the best artists. He's the best artist in the world, to me. In my opinion, Kendrick Lamar is the best artist, period, in the world. This dude, because hip-hop is my favorite genre of music, and Kendrick is my favorite rapper. At first, Big Crit was my favorite rapper, but after hearing this, Kendrick's my favorite rapper now. And this is the point I wanted to say. I got 2 points to make before I cut this video off. I don't even fathom to see how, like, if you said, okay, if you said somebody like J. Cole's better than Kendrick, okay, I can see that. You can see, okay. I don't think so at all. I don't think it's close. But I can see you maybe like J. Cole, but I can't even fathom how someone would even think Drake is even remotely close to either one of those guys. He's not even in the fucking like Drake. Like Drake's not even half as talented as Kendrick. He's not like he has. Drake literally doesn't talk about shit on his music, but fucking girls and money and being a bitch and being sad. That's what he talks about on his music. Kendrick is bringing real shit. He's being creative. He's being different. Drake using the same trap beats or slowed down, emo, dark, drugged up beats. The same shit. I don't even understand how people do that. And this album is way better than My Dark Twisted Fantasy. My Dark Twisted Fantasy is even Kanye West's best album. It's not even Kanye West's best album. It's not even his top 3 in my opinion. That album, he didn't talk about shit with just being an asshole and his life and bullshit and trying to be fake black. And now this nigga just said, hey, racism is just an idea people think of. Now they fuck Kanye. Kendrick Lamar is the fucking man right now. And I know people, you're a dick rider. Whenever you like something, stand by it hard. Oh, you're a dick rider. You're a dick rider. Even though I was a fan of Kendrick, fucking Section 80 before anybody even knew him. When the fucking Kendrick Lamar EP, he wasn't my favorite rapper when that shit came out, but I liked the EP and I was onto him and shit. But man, this dude's the man, and he's only gonna progress. I don't know if he can top this shit. I don't know. Maybe he can. If I had to give this a rating, it'd be a 10 out of 10. It's just a masterpiece. I will not call it a classic yet. A classic must stand at least 5 years for me to and still be like, damn, this shit is good. That's why I say Common's album to me is somewhat of a classic. That Common album that I cannot think of. I named a bunch of songs off of the album though, so you can't just say you're Common Dick Rider, you just a fake fan and shit. Man, this album just made me feel some type of way. I want to do more album reviews, man. Tell me if you like this, man. Like, subscribe, favorite, comment, all that stuff, man. Dre done. Peace. Listen to that Kendrick Lamar album. Go cop that. I might try to review Tyler, the Creator's new Cherry Bomb album. I got to give it a couple of more listens. What else y'all want me to review, man? Again, like, subscribe, favorite, comment.